Hey there guys, it's Carly. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new here. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my 6 must-read spring book recommendations, as well as the 3 books that I am currently reading. So if you are ready to get relaxed and cozy, grab yourself a cuppa. Let's get into the video. My first book recommendation is Sarah Wilson's I Quit Sugar. It is her original I Quit Sugar, featuring her 8-week sugar detox program and a whole heap of delicious recipes. Now, admittedly, I've only done this program once, and yes, it was incredibly challenging, but also really worthwhile, and it certainly changed my outlook on food and the things that I eat, and just opened my eyes up to the hidden sugars in everything. And my challenge for the rest of 2021 is to see if I can get in at least one more of these 8-week detoxes. So if you're ready to kind of transform your outlook on food and health and really just get in the good vibes for spring and summer and just feeling your best, I really challenge you to have a go at this. Yes, it's going to be hard, but it'll definitely be worth it. Books number 2 and 3 are very similar in their type of content. So number 2 recommendation is Skinny Bitch by Kim Bun Nguyen, Home Beauty and Style, a no-nonsense guide to cutting the crap out of your life for a better body and a kind of world. And then my 3rd recommendation is Jessica Alba, The Honest Life, Living Naturally and True to You. So both of these books are fantastic if you really want to get a bit of an introduction to more sustainable and healthy living, like a low tox life, and being aware of the toxins and chemicals, just like in our everyday life, in the things that we put on our bodies, our faces, the things that we consume and use just in general. This one's kind of more alarming, and it goes into like a lot of depth. This one is probably more of like a user-friendly intro, but I think definitely worth a read, especially in the springtime when you might want to be decluttering your house and thinking about some changes that you can make to make your life, I guess, a little bit more sustainable, low tox, and environmentally friendly. Books number 4 and 5 are giving you all of those whimsical, wonderful travel feels. Even if we can't travel at the moment, we can still dream about it and just picture beautiful destinations in our mind. So the first one is Wonderful, The Modern Bohemian's Guide to Traveling in Style by Andy Eaton. And then my next one is See San Francisco Through the Lens of SF Girl Bay, Victoria Smith. This one is mostly just like absolutely glorious aesthetic pictures of San Francisco, which I did get the pleasure of visiting prior, like literally just prior to this global pandemic hitting us. So I'm so glad that I did get to see San Francisco. Such a magical place. Definitely did not spend enough time there and want to go back and see it in more depth. And then Andy Eaton's one, yes, it's also like super aesthetic and inspiring with glorious pictures, but it also gives you a whole heap of road trip ideas for traveling in the US. And I did also manage to visit like some of these areas when I took my America trip about a year and a half ago. So if you haven't seen my America videos, we went to San Francisco, Vegas, Chicago, New York, up into Canada. Make sure that you subscribe and go watch those. It was a very different sort of summer for me, traveling to America in the middle of winter and Canada in the middle of winter, seeing snow, but also beautiful in its own way. My last spring book recommendation is a book of poetry. It is the Apricot Memoirs by Tess Skinnery. And if you happen to see that beautiful rainbow behind me, that is also artwork by Tess. And this book of poetry is just like super bright, bubbly, uplifting, and just sets you in a good mood. And then one of my current reads is the sister to the Apricot Memoirs. It is the Moonflower Monologue. So this is Tess's second book of poetry, and I'm about a third of the way through it at the moment, and it's just such an inspiring read. They're the kind of books of poetry that honestly you could go back to and just read again and again. You could read it in like from cover to cover. You could just, you know, open it up and just pick a poem of the day, and all of it will set you in a very like happy springtime mood. Definitely switching gears from all of my spring feeling books, I've got this collection of stories by Raymond Chandler. There are 4 of his stories in here: The Lady in the Lake, The Little Sister, The Long Goodbye, and Playback. Raymond Chandler is known for hard-boiled crime fiction, and I really enjoy non-fiction lifestyle books. But when it comes to fiction, I love my crime and thrillers. So I do really like Raymond Chandler. I got into him years ago when I had to read one of his books for a university subject, and then I bought this book of 4, and it's been sitting in a box somewhere in my house for years, and I figured I would just pick it up and reread all of his works that I currently have. I have read The Lady in the Lake, and now about halfway through The Little Sister, so I've still got 2 more stories to read after that. And then my final book that I am currently reading was a birthday present from one of my school friends. It is 101 Ways to Be Less Stressed: Simple Self-Care Strategies to Boost Your Mind, Mood, and Mental Health by Carolyn Leaf. And it's just little different ways to, I guess, be less stressed. And so each day I just crack it open, I pick a couple to read, I think about how I can sort of implement them into my life. I am currently not less stressed, but maybe after reading this I might be. Who knows? Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing my spring book recommendations and the books that are currently on rotation on my bedside table. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what are your favorite books to read during the springtime and give you all of those spring vibes. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.